Action! Activate.
Ho there, what's going on? That's weird. Hi, it's me, Gazbot. Action Activate with me, as always.
It's me. It's the big dog here to go back to the Overdrive. We are on episode 3, and it's funny because before we recorded this, we both were on different pages of you're like, I watched it, I need to rewatch it. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I watched it. I don't know. I thought, because it's been a couple weeks since we watched this and we're both scatterbrained, that we were on episode 4. So I definitely watched episode 3. Because mild spoilers for episode 4. I thought this was that pirate episode.
I haven't watched episode 4, so I didn't know it was a
pirate.
have.
You just haven't watched it about 8 years.
I did not remember that the next episode was a pirate episode.
Yeah. So so definitely watch this one.
I did rewatch it on like double speed a couple minutes ago just to kind of refresh myself.
I rewatched half of it earlier today as a refresher, just because I'm like, did I watch this? I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely did. Just getting this out of the way. This review of this episode is going to be very different than 1 and 2.
Okay. How so?
I didn't like it as much.
Fair. I will say I did not like this one as much as the first 2, but I didn't think it was terrible or anything. You thought it was terrible?
Because we've watched a little bit farther ahead, I'll try to review this both in a vacuum and as like a mild retrospective. So now the Rangers are established and we're going. Episode 3, having us specifically dislike a Ranger is a little early, I think, to use that as a plot point.
I understand what you're saying. It does feel early, but I'd have to go and look. Like, is it early? Have other seasons done it? Because again, knowing a bit of the season, knowing the history, knowing some behind the scenes stuff, I think there's a lot of predisposed stuff here, but having episodes where one or more Rangers through the course of the season does the wrong thing, is a jerk, is it whatever, is not that unusual. So it might be early, but I'm not hammering it that hard because it's a common thing we see in all the seasons.
I now realize why I'm extra harsh. So I didn't realize this, but I watched the first 2 episodes of Jungle Fury like in the last week, which is the season that follows this. The very different dynamic on that team versus this team.
For sure.
That one better. But
well, yeah, but we're not here to compare Operation.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm like, why am I like hypercritical of this? I'm like, because
you got a taste of something,
in the same era too. It's not even like, oh, I went back and In Space was great. It's like, oh no, literally the season after. I'm like, oh yeah, they fixed some stuff.
Yes,
so
but I will say,
go for it.
The title of it, what was the title? The Underwater World, but it might as well be called Will the Jerk because that's what this episode is. I do like that right away they're still using their powers. He hears something, and like again, I thought they're gonna throw that away. Now, by the end of the episode, it's like, oh my gosh, Will is a jerk. Fair enough. But this first thing, he hears someone in trouble and he goes and helps them. And it's just like saving them from falling. And everyone's like, well, why didn't you wait for us? I think he did the right thing. He saw them about to fall. What's he going to, guys, let's talk about, no, he has superpowers. He went and saved them immediately. I think that was fine.
That part is fine.
Okay.
I agree. His demeanor is that of a jerk, but also
wait,
I'm like,
no. You just said, I agree. His demeanor is that of a jerk. I never said his demeanor is that of a jerk. You can't agree.
No, sorry. I agree with you on what you just said.
Yes.
And I think his demeanor is that of a jerk, but his actions were not those of a jerk in this.
Okay. Fair.
Because he's like, I work alone. You're all a bunch of scrubs.
That's the only time he says that though, right? Not working alone. He never says it. No one else ever says it.
He hasn't said it before. He won't say it ever again. It was a one.
Even Max says it. He likes to work alone. It definitely is like,
the thing also is like, I'm not liking Hartford at all. They're really making me not really like him because it's like, hey, is there a reason you need me to get thrown off this building? Oh, well, I detest them and Thankfully, you didn't splatter.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be played for comedy, but Spencer, the old butler, dressed up to look younger than he was in like a Mission Impossible style mask, and like what he really did fall. Like it wasn't like, well, I have a line or I'm pretending. It's like, oh, so they didn't do a good job. He just would have died. Like that was a weird plan.
Comic relief. The villains I continue to like. The Abominable Snowman. Some episodes are better than others just because we have watched a little bit ahead. But overall, villain-wise, I am liking them a lot.
Same, and I do like that they continue. This is later in the episode where he's like, they see the Rangers, like, have you seen the Rangers? Like, what Rangers? No, but I'll let you know, brother. You know, so like, I do like that a lot. Actually, I don't know if I said. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You first.
I was going to take a wild pivot. Because I always think of them as being heat miser, snow miser, which they basically are.
Yes.
The big phenomenon going on right now in June of 2026 is the finale of Amazing Digital Circus. And I became a fan of that because of Heat Miser and Cold Miser, which is a weird, like, it just made me realize, like, I like them. I like that movie. And around Christmas, I found a cover of that song by an artist called Kitten Sneeze. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting cover. I wonder what else they do. And they had a song called Abstraction, which was about the Amazing Digital Circus. I'm like, what's that? And that got me into it. So it's just a weird, like, this season of Power Rangers makes me think of the Amazing Digital Circus, which is a bizarre thing.
If you also have watched that, because I haven't yet, let us know down below, because I am curious from a Rangers perspective. You are mostly an equal opportunist. I feel like even things you don't love, you're like, yeah, it was pretty good, and find the good in it. So I am curious if anybody else has watched that. Let us know. But also, back to this.
Wait, you're saying I'm an equal opportunist as far as the Amazing Digital Circus?
I'm saying if you go into that open-minded, even as long as you didn't hate it, you'd go, yeah, maybe it wasn't for me, but it's still, here are positives in it, which I'm saying I may not feel that way because I'm usually
you may not. Well, but just for clarity, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, and we're getting way off track here.
We are.
But I love the Amazing Digital Circus.
I know you do.
Oh, okay. But you were saying that, like, oh, I'll find things to like about it.
No. I'm not discrediting your opinion. I'm saying I'm curious a non-Gaz opinion of it because I already know you love it. And if somebody goes, I love it for different reasons, or I hated it, and here's why.
That would be interesting. It's not for everyone. I don't know how much of a Power Rangers Amazing Digital Circus correlation there, which is why I was saying it's weird that it made me think of it. Yeah. It is certainly quality, but it's certainly not for everyone.
Yeah. Okay. But again, speaking of not for everyone, apparently these missions aren't because, we need to find this thing. Well, I'm going to work alone again. I don't need any of you because I work alone. Alone is how I work.
You could argue that it's bringing the rest of the team together against
which again, you're like, okay. And it's also so funny to me that, like, leading up to this, Hartford was like, Mac, you absolutely can't do this. I have somebody who doesn't want to work with any of us, and he is essential to this. I need you, who has nothing but optimism and courage, to get out of here because I need someone who doesn't want to be here instead.
Yeah, they are, like, everyone else is sort of in the middle, and they are definitely the opposite poles there.
Yeah. To which, like, even in this episode, again, I don't think Will need to be a jerk for me to like Mac more, but I liked Mac more by the end of the episode. So
yeah, and actually Mac had a really good leadership. Again, we're jumping around, but a really good leadership moment at the end. He saves Will from falling for the second time. Yeah, and Will's like, bro, I took his help, and he's like, look, man, I helped you. One day you might have to help me. We're a team. Yeah. We need to be there for each other. I need you. I was like, he could have been like, man, get your head out of the game. You can't do this yourself. He didn't say any of that. He's like, it's okay to take my help because I might need your help. And I need you. He's like, that was like awesome leadership. That was like, he made him feel good instead of making him feel bad. Like that was.
Which again, I'm like, it just made me dislike Hartford and Wilmore because I'm like, Mac, like, dude. But yeah, Mac and Spencer are my two favorites so far.
I agree with that.
By a mile. Spencer, then Mac, and then
Spencer.
We're gonna learn more.
The dad and Will are not doing so great.
No. But what I will say is kind of hitting the ground running. We're immediately looking for these stones that are in the intro rap.
And they're going to Atlantis. They're like, oh, we found Atlantis. But that's not important. Let's find like just Atlantis is pretty impressive. I mean,
again, we get more interpersonal or lack thereof dynamic on the jet.
Well, this is him deciding, I know how to fly. Don't. What I will say this, despite this not working out, what I do like about Will, he's overconfident. He's not a team player, and he makes some mistakes, but he is competent. It's clear that he is a good operative. They get into a trap, he blasts the trap. He's able to figure out the puzzle. It's not like he's an idiot. He's just like so invested in his own abilities and his own perception of how he should be the one to do it that he's getting messed up. But I do like that they made him competent, because if he was incompetent, he would be insufferable and terrible.
The only season I can think of that compares to this of like you said, an operative based team. Actually, I guess there's two and they're both Disney seasons, is SPD and RPM.
How about Lightspeed?
Yeah, I guess. I feel like they were a lot more cohesive quicker though.
I guess, but it was still like agents on the
I forgot about Lightspeed, so Ninja Steel point for you. But like thinking of those, not like some people were together, some people weren't. This one does feel the most like a group of 5 people
slapped together
as opposed to a group that forms from 5 people, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they continue to be more cohesive as the season progresses, but my fear is there will just continue to be that shattered glass trying to tape it together kind of feel, and that's my fear.
Yeah, I mean, we're too early to tell. I mean, right now, it seems like originally the biggest problem was Mac, and it seems like the team has accepted Mac, especially after the last episode. The dad is sort of reluctantly letting it happen, and Will is now a bit of a problem. But like, my hope is that they kind of come together, and then every couple episodes, somebody forgets to be brave or selfless or whatever the lesson they have to learn, but they come together generally. Is my hope.
I like episodes, and I was reminded of this. I watched the In Space episode with Carlos and Adam.
Yeah.
Where he wanted to quit. And again, he was kind of whiny in it. But like looking at a lot of the parallels from other seasons or episodes to this, where like I don't mind the like I need to learn that's the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I don't mind the needing to learn a lesson episodes, but again, and I complained about this in Mystic Force, I hate where it has to be at the detriment of a ranger for us to like be beaten over the head with the lesson.
Fair enough, and that is a fair criticism of Power Rangers as a show, but not of this particular season. Which I feel like is something I say to you a lot.
so far,
yeah,
I don't see Will being in my good graces. Is all I'm saying.
We'll see what happens. Well, he messes up here. I do like the opportunity for a joke though, where like the Kelson Henderson character is like, "What are they gonna? Oh, let's find the Rangers." He's like, "Are they gonna knock on the door?" And it's like, and he's like, "Oh, I guess they did." Like, it was kind of funny that their mistake act. Oh, this is where he lies to his brother.
Yeah.
So I'm not defending Will's actions, but at least we got a good joke out of it.
Yeah. Them kind of being pseudo stranded. Oh yeah. The Zords. What do you think of these Zords now that we're,
I'm not a big fan of vehicle Zords in general. I like them better than the Turbo Zords because at least they're not just cars and, like they're kind of special. They're fine. There's like nothing really wrong with them. My aesthetic, I would prefer monsters, dinosaurs, cats, anything other than cars. And I think that comes from A, I'm not a car guy, for one. B, back in the day, I would watch the Lion Voltron, and then that went away, and the Vehicle Voltron came out. I'm like, this is much worse. This is you got lions running around ripping stuff up, and then I'm like, I'm in a submarine. Like, who cares? And also Transformers, it's like, okay, there are lots of big robots that are built from cars and stuff, but those cars turn into robots too. So I always feel like, I think there was one, was it Lightspeed Rescue, where it was like the individual vehicles could turn into robots, and then those would turn into Megazord. That I'm okay with. I might be getting
Turbo did it.
Turbo, okay. So
for their second set of Zords.
Okay, so if they have a secondary mode, I like that better. But if it's literally just I'm a sports car, I'm a dump truck, now we're a robot, that's my least favorite kind of thing.
So I was comparing mentally that Zord dynamic with Lightspeed in this, and I feel like these, even though they're like, we're going to use these specific Zords for these tasks, in my head, I'm like, there's a big red dump truck and everything else. Like nothing is sticking out to me of like, oh, that one's.
It's like, I guess, a submarine with claws or something.
Like nothing's sticking out. Whereas I remember specifically in Lightspeed, it's like green will fly up and grab things.
Yeah,
and then we have a fire truck. And like it felt more specific where this is like, there's a big one in others.
Yeah, you're right. I had because Lightspeed I do like better than this. Good job.
Thank you.
I do like that they use the headlamp. Made me think of the movie.
Yes.
But also just like functional stuff. Like these Rangers have a lot of extra powers in their suit, out of their suits. I dig that. Also, I feel like this episode had a lot of interesting set pieces, and like, you know, some of the effects are better than others, but there was a lot of like interesting stuff. It wasn't a regular episode. It wasn't like, oh, we're gonna fight the monster of the week, and like, yeah, there's a monster at the end, but like all this is, whether you like it or not, it is different.
Yes, yeah.
And I give it credit for that.
That was another thing I was gonna bring up is like, the monsters just randomly showing up so you can use the Sentai footage. I always am like, you could just put a little something as to why this monster's here, as opposed to like, oh, they found the crown, get it. Random unnamed monster.
But that might be what happened in the Sentai footage, because they're all in suit here. So this could all be Sentai.
And again, that's fine, but like you could do voiceover of Florius or somebody being like, "Oh, now we need to, you know, spring our backup plan, get the monster." Like it was just like, and I'm like, "Oh,
wait, are these hands? This trap spring? See the hands sitting there, and they spring the trap accidentally. And this is where he like blasts the thing, but then the hands come in, which is also just bonkers. Like, he does this little thing, and like, here come the hands, which again is just so weird that I liked it.
Yeah.
Are those the hands of the monster, or that has nothing to do with each other?
They might have nothing to do, but we could see.
The other Zords come in to save them, and
it might just be the ruins of Atlantis, or this big monster that he spawns at the end.
I think so, because the hands come together, everything's collapsing, and the Zords are on top, pull them out. They go back. Oh, this was bonkers too. They go back in, and they just like, let me just grab you. Like, how often do you see that? Like, they look like it's gonna break their necks.
Yeah.
Flomp. There you go. You're fine. It was just a wild scene.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I feel like this season is right on the edge of like so bad it's good. Of just bonkers. What is happening? I love it because it's crazy. It's not. Yeah. It's like right there. It's not quite over the edge, but like I'd be fine if it went there. I wonder if Bokenger's like that. Like the one it's
probably. It's probably like Indiana Jones vibes, but in a good way. Whereas,
well, I mean, definitely Indiana Jones vibes.
No. I mean, like, you know, when he gets chased by the boulder, like I'm trying to think where like there is slapsticky stuff where it's like, yeah, I gotta hide in this, you know, crate of bananas or like, you know, random stuff. I think it is the monster, and they just didn't explain it
out. And here's Will again being a bit of a jerk, but like, I know what to do, and he gets in, just proving himself competent. Then they come back to Indiana Jones, just like in the third movie with the bridge and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where he falls the first time. She saves him, and they're crossing the bridge. They get the jewel. I feel like there's a line here. He's like, "What does he say? I don't know what it is, but it's something," or some line like that, which I thought was funny.
I do like Mac being like, "This is just like from a book I've read,"
which makes sense because that's where he seems to get all his knowledge. It almost would have been better if it didn't work, you know. Yeah. But I guess the whole point was that Will doesn't have to do everything, but Will actually, again, whatever you think of him, he's competent. And Max is kind of like derp, and it works. And Will's like, man.
I haven't gone through this whole season, but I think an easy edit of this episode to have everything be mostly the same but different is Will being selfish, but for different reasons. Like, no, I got to do it myself. And then we find out, like, I've lost a bunch of people. I don't want to get close to anybody and put him at risk, whatever. This is like, I'm better than you, and I know it. Globally.
I don't, obviously I don't know what happens, but I would love that if we find out it's that thing I push people away because I'm afraid to lose people. That could redeem him fully if they do that. That would be great.
And if it doesn't, it's like, oh, you're just a jerk.
Yeah. Well, this is funny too because he turns around. He's annoyed that Mac did it. He knocks her off, but he does save her. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, well, yeah, he knows what's important. But then a minute later, he's like, guys, I'm out of here. It's just like gripping my style. Like, you almost just killed her. Yeah, you saved her, but you shouldn't be the cranky one here. I mean, like, come on.
Again, this is a shout out to Zenith Films. You can use Sentai footage that is very specific and let the dialogue tell a better or different story.
Yes.
And this is just like grumpy, go away. And it's like, all right.
Yeah. And this is agreed. And this is the scene where Mac like does
again. Kudos to this part. And this is that thing when you show me nuggets like this where I'm like, that is really clever, great writing. So what happened in the other 18 minutes? Like
they have a fight.
Explosions.
They've done this a few times where they kind of show the inside of the weapons. I don't think this is the only season they do that, but they don't do it very often. It's kind of interesting and cool, but I don't know why they're doing it. Like
I thought it was from Sentai, and I prefer it and like it in seasons like this where instead of it being like, oh, we're wizards and we're tapping into the morphing with our magic, it's like we harnessed this.
I agree, but I guess I feel like it should be like, oh, I'm gonna, use the cold fusion to amplify, and then, but it was just like, I don't know, it just seemed like here's the inside, that's cool, like, and it's fine. I'm not against it. It's just noticeable.
This is weird, where I actually liked it more than you. So
I don't dislike it. I'm more commenting.
Did I say you disliked it?
No, you didn't.
I said
you liked it more than me, but your explanation is good too, where this is more science based as opposed to mystic based. Here comes the big. I do like this monster, this big. What do you say? Atlas? What do you call it? Atlantis. Holy cow! Atlantis, the hidden world of Atlantis. Yeah, but yeah, this guy's cool looking.
Okay, yeah. I feel like I was just dumb and didn't pay attention earlier, so I guess it's a little more, makes more sense. But yeah, like other than that red Zord, I couldn't pick any of the others out of a lineup. Other than I'm like, I think it's from Overdrive because they look aesthetically displeasing.
They got the flying hovercraft blue. They got the red truck. One of them's a sub. I think blue's a sub.
Something has claws.
Yeah. Oh, they have like a digger. This one, the yellow is like a crane. That one on the left, I don't know what that is. Maybe that's the sub and the claws come out of it. This one's like the construction vehicle. Yeah, that one that's the arm. I don't know what that is. What the vehicle is.
Like I said, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I do like that they fought with the Zords, even though these aren't my favorite Zords. I always like when it's like, let's use the individual Zords first, and then that one's just like a race car. The one that drives up and becomes the head. I guess that's black, but what is that?
I don't know. Which again, I thought yellow was a race car driver, but whatever.
Oh yeah, but she has the construction,
the digging one, yeah.
Yeah. And again,
Sentai, right? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm lukewarm on the actual robot, and I hate the weapons. I mean, I know they're thematic. I just don't like them at all.
But he straight up does a pickaxe like
that's cool.
Thunder strike through the ground.
I don't know. It's just not exciting to attack someone with a shovel and a pickaxe to me.
To me, if you turned on the TV and this fight was happening, I would click.
I mean, I wouldn't, just because like, what is this show? Like, what is this superhero Sentai Japanese whatever? Like, I wouldn't be like, I don't even want to see it. I'd have to see what is this.
If this was the 24-hour Ranger channel and this instance was on, it'd be like, oh, waited about 9 hours for Jungle Fury. Spence, please be in more scenes.
Yeah. Oh, so they open it up and they find out that the stone isn't there. It's he learns his lesson because he's like, oh, why don't you open it? Will, that is. And they open it and it's got like a scroll, and the scroll has like a clue to the next thing. So it's like, oh, it's like a fetch quest. It's a quest chain. It's a video game. Go, go, go. And we'll get there. Which makes sense because there's 40 episodes. They can't find 5 stones immediately. So yeah. I do wonder, again, having not got that far, like, I don't know what the deal with the stones are. If they're like infinity stones, or if they find one, it's like, now we have some power, and like, or if they're just nothing until you put them all together.
That is one thing I thought of for this, where like, I don't know how consistent I'll care of 30 straight episodes of, but now we got to go to this next place to find the next. It's like, you got to hopefully break it up a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I agree. We're only 3 episodes in, so who knows? But this wasn't as good as the first 2, but I think it was a fine episode. I had no major problems with it.
I always grade episodes harsher when you make me actively dislike your protagonists.
You're actively disliking one that theoretically has been redeemed by the end.
I don't think he was redeemed at the end of this.
Well, he's learned his lesson.
I don't think so at all.
You think next episode he's still going to be like, I work alone?
Yes, I think
if next episode he's like, I work alone, you're in my way again, I will be like, that's terrible.
I don't know if he'll necessarily say the phrase, but he probably will. I work alone. But that's going to be our new words have no meaning on a planet under the Cape of War.
But then we always work together, though. It doesn't make. How can we fit that in?
I work alone, you see.
But
so yeah, I think next episode he's not necessarily going to say the same things, but I think he is going to be jerkish at the very least. Well, but until then,
yes,
I've been the big dog, and you are.
Gazbot, of course, continuing to do that, and
we work alone to the power.
The Morphicon is in like a month and 4 days. Can you believe it?
2 months, but yeah.
2 months and 4 days. So that's why I couldn't believe it. That makes much more sense.
I was going to say, don't freak me out.
As I said it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready. Okay, so 2 months. I'm still not ready, but at least 2 months.
Who truly is? Who truly is ready? Am I right?
Hopefully Scott Wilmer. Probably not even him. I think probably nobody is ready yet.
There's still announcements being done, so if you're watching this in real time, check the social medias for all the newest, latest, and greatest.
Fitness for their 5K on Friday. Hopefully another day, but at least Friday. Goodbye.